Ms. Hamilton, I think you have filled out 2 cards. We're going to give you one opportunity to speak.
Will you give us a little extra time?
Well, I'm pretty soft on the clock anyway, so if you don't abuse it, then please go ahead.
My name is Kathy Hamilton, and I'm here today as a representative of Community Coalition on High-Speed Rail. I also write articles about the rail project. I wanted to remind the board, much like Mr. Grinley did, that this is a public project voted for by the people of California and using California's tax money. We even pay for the staff's salary, like Mr. Morales. And I believe that the people need to be kept in the loop through the public process. There have been lots of public meetings, but it's the meetings that are out of the public eye that I'm worried about. I also wanted to say that the public was shortchanged by having a public notice regarding the bidding process in August of 2012, deep in a technical site that not even a news agency picked up on, and neither did CARD, Californians Advocating Responsible Rail Design, and they are about transparency. I wanted to also say that, speaking of transparency, which Mr. Morales has been quoted numerous times, I feel like he protests too much. There has been no return communication on any of my press questions, and zero response, not even, we'll get back to you. And in the public records area, it seems that while people may be personally good-intentioned, they do everything they can to delay public records requests, especially when it might not put the agency in a good eye. So despite pleas of transparency, as U.S. Senator Moynihan once stated, everybody is entitled to his own opinion, but not his own facts. And I wanted to say that the facts are against you as a transparent agency, no matter what it is that you say publicly. The part that I wanted to add was, Mr. Morales, you have said in a Fresno Bee article released last night that you imagine the criticism we would be under if we left $300 million to $500 million sitting on the table from technically sound bids. Well, I want to tell you, if you followed the process, the 2 lowest would have been knocked out and those cost numbers would have been returned unopened. So that is not a true statement. If you used a simple math formula and applied a grade, and I will give CARD is the one that came up with this, Rita Westby, co-founder, an algebra formula, the tutor company got a D, and Dragonus, I'm not saying correctly, came up with a B+. So for less than 1% total difference, you could have given the people in the state of California a much better company. And I'm not even talking about Tutor's reputation, because that 300 or 500 that you think was left on the table may be well made up for in change orders. You need to redo this process in the public eye, not hidden. Your responsibility is to the public and to the state, the people in California who pay taxes. You need to follow the laws of Prop 1A, and you need to do this right, even though technically you may have buried the change in formula. If the board was responsible to make the original recommendation, it should have come back to this board. And frankly, Mr. Richard, I'm disappointed when I heard that you did not give the nod to Mr. Morales. And I understand why, because you have had relationships with Parsons in the past. But you should not have given that responsibility to Mr. Rossi. You should have given that responsibility to the vice chair. That should have been part of a public meeting. In January 2013, you said in a public meeting that if there's any changes to technical or to finances in the next round of bids, that you think that there should be a thorough discussion about that with the board. Well, we are talking about this right now that was done behind closed doors. Do do it over. You need to have an audit, and you need to do it over. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hamilton, and I assure you we're going to be commenting on this at the appropriate moment here.